Hi everybody, I'm Trina. Welcome to Reintention. In today's video, I'm going to discuss why we need to reinvent ourselves. Things constantly change. In fact, change is the only permanent thing. The reasons for reinvention can be categorized into two categories: push factors and pull factors. Did you know in the year 2000, the cost to set up a tech startup was $5 million, and only 11 years later, in the year 2011, that cost is closer to $5,000. When I think of the basic setup for Reintention, I only needed some very simple audiovisual equipment. It was very affordable and quite easy to start. The barriers to entry are lower than ever. Innovation and rapid disruption means roles, skills, and industries are being disrupted at an exponential rate. Generational and workforce changes has also an impact to the landscape in which we work and interact. Millennials have different skills, motivators and drivers than their predecessors. The second category of reasons why we need to reinvent are called push factors, and push factors are you. If you're doing well, then that's great, but you can still benefit from reinvention. You have the ability to choose what you like in your life. Choice is a matter of mindset, and often mindset is the hardest beast to battle. For some of us, we're lucky to get those aha moments in life, where we realize that there's a lot more and that we want to achieve more and be more. For others, we get pushed into decisions where we actually have to figure our way out through challenging situations and make the most of things. For me, my story is a combination of both. For the last 4 years, I've worked for a very successful and prominent financial services company within Australia. And I had a good job, tick. I had good friends, tick. I had a very good corporate company culture, tick. But something was missing. I had this burning desire for more, to be more. I felt my skills weren't being fully utilised and my learning was hitting a ceiling. What was the next move? Lateral, try and climb the corporate ladder, switching to another corporate. So within a different series of events, which I will further explain in a future video, there was an opportunity to leave and I chose to take it. It was scary. It was a very difficult and challenging time. I had a lot of questions and I sought support from a lot of different people, but I navigated through it. I like to use what I call the Steve Jobs test. In 2005, at the Stanford University graduation, Steve Jobs made a very epic speech, which a lot of people quote and reference. In the speech, he said, "Every day he used to wake up and ask himself, if today was the last day on earth, would I like what I've been doing? And if the answer has been no for too long, I know something has to change." For me, when I asked myself that question, the answer had been no for a very long time. So I knew something had to change. So what did it take for me to start? Two things: a lot of courage and the realization that I wanted more. And the second thing was a lot of soul searching. I had a lot of conversations with people, mentors, colleagues and friends, and tried to uncover the mental blockages, fears and reservations I had. I knew I wanted to do something. I knew I wanted to build something. I also knew that I wanted to help others. But what was holding me back? Fear, the need for perfection, judgment from others. What would people think? What would people say? What would my very conservative parents and family say? But once you recognize these fears, you can actually put plans in place to manage and navigate them. Once you put plans out on paper, you realize that your fears aren't actually as big as you think that they are. What you have to want is to change, and you have to want to build and grow. And yes, it takes a little bit of hard work, but that's where everything starts from, right? Anything worth doing has to start from somewhere. So what's holding you back? What fears do you have? What steps can you take to move you towards who you want to be?